Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. We're going to be showing y'all how to do the cups now. So the last video where we left off of was how to clean the boards properly and get them all nice and clean, get all that gunk out of there, want them completely spotless, nice and shiny. So now we're going to be preparing the cup. This is brand new. I just took it out of the package. Yeah, this will be all we need to do cups. We need this tool right here. Now, as I explained, there is not another video, at least that I know of, where you can look this up and see how to use it. There are instructions which I found through Impact here. But I'll just show y'all instead of going through the paperwork. So all you'll need is this tool. I prefer you use your old tie-down bolt, your cup, make sure your O-ring's on there, and the tie-down itself, which I don't have right here right now. It's over on the workbench, but that'll be it. I use a torque wrench. You can use a ratchet, but you will have to torque this down when seating it to 60 plus 4 foot-pounds, not exceeding 64 foot-pounds. I just said 64, and having one of these torque wrenches is super helpful. Any torque wrench will work, but this one, it has the angle torquing and all that for the final process for when we put everything back together. But this one works really well. As you can see, it's already set at 64. So this is what we'll be using. You'll have a deep 14. I don't know where I put it. Where'd it go? All right, found it. Yeah, so 14 deep. That's what I use, and yeah, that should be it. So let's go ahead and start getting this prepped. You will need some of this liquid gasket. I prefer you just buy it from Volvo, or if you find it anywhere else. But yeah, I just get mine from Volvo, and yeah, so I'll show you how to put it on. You're just gonna so really you'll just run a small bead around here. Don't need to be too big, not too much. I'll show y'all how to do it, or I'll show you how much it will be on it, because it's hard to do it holding the camera and this at the same time. So let me do it real quick and I'll get back to y'all. Alright, so here it is. Small amount like that will be just fine. That's how it should look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the tool. I'll show y'all how to do that. Let me go ahead. First things first, what you want to do, oil up the tip just a little bit, not too much oil. Oil up your O-ring a little bit, not too much, just a little bit of oil. You have a little can like that, that'll be fine. But just put a little bit of oil on there, and that should be all you need. Let me go ahead and get that prepped, and then I'll place that on there, and I'll show you how it looks. Real quick, I almost forgot to show y'all how to do it. I was gonna place it on there, and then I realized I'm gonna do what everybody else does and just skip the whole process on how to use this. So what you'll do, grab this and start unspinning it, and what that'll do is it'll suck this needle in so you can place your cup completely on here. Your cup needs to be seated on here all the way. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show y'all what that looks like. So it should start looking like that because it's sucking it in. So let me go ahead and see how it looks when I place it on there. See if it's ready. Yep, that'll do. So it should be all the way on there, like so. So now we know that's how you do it. Simple, easy. So let me oil it up and then it'll look just like this. Make sure to oil up this O-ring too, just a little bit. Alright guys, so it's ready. You can see I got a little bit of oil on there, got oil on the O-ring. This tool is ready to go. Let me go grab my tie down. Put that socket on there, have it ready. Got our bolts, torque wrench. Let's walk over here. Alright, so I have a paper towel in there to make sure no oil was in there, and no oil would get in there. As you can see, it's spotless, it's clean. Now another thing is your tie down bolt hole. I use an air nozzle and I put a little paper towel down in there, get all the oil out of there, because you'll hydro lock it if you don't. It won't torque and tighten properly. So make sure you get all the oil out of there, get all the oil off your bolt before you start this process. So now what we're going to do is we're going to place this down in there, and I'll show you how to do that. You need take your tie down hardware and you're going to place it on the tool. You're going to place it on the tool like so. You're going to put your bolt through the hole, and then you're going to place it inside the bore. Alright, so all I did was place it in there. I'm going to show you what you need to do. Once you have it set in there, you're going to come up over it and you're going to give it a press. See how it did that? It popped all the way in. That means it popped into the bore, and it's in a little port. So now you have that in. Here's your tie down. Snug up your bolt. I'm going to put the socket on it. Snug up your bolt by hand, nice and snug. When it's nice and snug, now I'm going to grab our torque wrench. It's set to 64. And we're going to tighten that tie down bolt down to 64 foot-pounds to seat it completely. Alright, so now what we do now, that is completely tight, tighten this up by hand. It's already there. Now we're going to start to tighten this down all the way. This tool, instead of pulling through like the step needle, this tool pushes through and then pulls back through, which, thinking about it, I think is a better process. Better than the step needle. The step needle always made me nervous. Always worried about breaking it, and if that happens, you're in a world of trouble. So now it's going to get a little bit stiff. That means it's doing what it's supposed to do, and it's wedging through, or swedging through. And then it gets easy. That means we're through. And boom. It is completely tight all the way through. Now I'm gonna switch it, back it off. It's gonna get a little easy, but it's not all the way through. Just snug it by hand real quick if it does that. and continue. Alright, yep, but let me turn that back on. Just keep going until it becomes free. Very simple process. A lot of people who are doing this for the first time, I know I did, will overthink it, and all you need to know is just got to do it. Once you do it, you become comfortable and you learn how to do the job properly. And now we are free. See, I can do that by hand. It's completely released. Now we'll undo this bolt, pull this out, boom, your first cup will be done. Grab your torque wrench again, place it on there, and loosen it up. There you go. Get the socket off. By hand, go ahead and it's a lot faster just do this. And there it is. And you just grab your tool. See that? Set that right there. Grab your tie down. And boom. There's your cup. Perfectly seated, ready to go. And what I'll do when I move on to the next one, I'll go ahead and I'll put a paper towel in there to make sure no dirt or anything gets in there. Same thing with right there. And I'll move on to the next one. So, yep, there you go. That's all you need to do your cup. So I got 5 more to do. I'm gonna go ahead and knock those out now that I showed y'all how to do the first one. You do the other 5 the exact same way. Remember, clean out all of your tie down bolt holes. Get all that, look at that. See the oil that's in there? There's a pool of oil in there. You will hydro lock your bolt and it won't be torqued down properly. So, clean out all your bolt holes, clean out all your bores, seat your cup. Remember, a little bit of oil on the tool and your O-ring. And it should come out looking like that. Let me zoom in. Focus issues, but yes, see, nice and clean, seated properly, sealed. That's all you need to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock out these other 5, and the next video will be on how to install your injectors, and then that'll be that video, and then the video after that will be how to place your hardware. It'll be reinstalling your rocker shaft, placing it properly. And like I said with these, clean those out. You will do the same thing with these. These have oil in them too. Clean them out, no oil. That way you torque them down properly, and I will show you the proper torque spec for everything and the process for everything. That'll be in another video. So if you like this video, you learn anything, please like and subscribe, give it a share, and I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you.